What's up, everybody? I'm That One Guy 760, aka That One Guy Plays Cards, and today we're gonna have a little chat about MagicCon. Just talking about everything, and we're gonna name this podcast "Sower of Discord." Gotta go for the magic. Um, so on my right, I got Mr. Pelham, okay, and to my left, I got RJ.
You recognize me from the last win on this channel.
If I had posted that before this one, so
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. You know the result of the next game, but
It's pretty awesome though.
all right. So today we are just talking about MagicCon. We just finished up day 2. We do have one more day, but we figured this would be the best time to actually talk about the con itself. It's fresh in our minds, so we figured we just talk about it. And so what's the first thing we're talking about?
Well, I figured we'd just talk about what our expectations were and how it matched up when we walked in at first. RJ's never been to a Magic Con.
Yeah.
Never done any Magic events, so
Yeah. Well, I've done pre-releases, but that's about it.
But what were you expecting coming to Magic Con?
Oh yeah, true.
That's actually a good question. I think. Well, first I'll say it was a lot more than I was expecting in some ways, and less than I was expecting in others. In the best way possible, because I'm not the same type of Magic players these guys are. I do play quite a bit, but I don't have the same retention that they do for Magic, and I'm definitely more casual, have fun, but I'm also competitive, so I come from a different standpoint. So going into it, I was nervous about playing with a bunch of different other people. Because there's times when we go to card shops, I'll play with other people, but I'm also always playing with you and other people. Or always playing with somebody that I know and other people. Where today was my first time where I jumped in quite a few games that I was just nobody I knew was there.
Yeah.
Because we even talked about it this morning, or yesterday, one of that we'd probably kind of stick together and move as a couple. But we played one game and then we just...
Yeah, that's not really how it worked out at all.
No, no, but I think it was great. It was literally like Batman threw down his little smoke grenade, and then we were just gone. I guess the Foot Clan is a better analogy. But
Yeah, but what were you expecting what were you expecting to see when you showed up?
A lot of people that were just as good as you guys and had way more knowledge than me, and I thought I was gonna feel very little, which is something I don't like to feel. And that was not the case at all, which is why I said it went differently than I thought, but in the best way.
Yeah.
Because everybody was very welcoming. Even when I had to ask questions about cards, because I do have to do that a lot, nobody rolled their eyes or had a problem. Everybody was just super helpful and would read my cards and correct me, even when I did mistakes and I did have a question about it, but not in oh, you can't do that kind of. Oh no, hey, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
And that's what made me feel very comfortable in the setting. Whereas I said, I went into it feeling kind of intimidated, which is not a thing for me. I do not like to feel intimidated.
Yeah, so what I think I'm hearing is that you didn't have any real expectations about the con itself. You just were expecting Friday Night Magic, but bigger.
Yes.
Yeah, so on my end, because I have been to Pro Tour qualifiers, RC qualifiers, whatever the other words are that they've had for them before, where you sign up for an event that is you're signing up for a standard tournament or a modern tournament, and you show up and you play that event, and it's in a convention center, but the convention center is just a really big room with some tables, and what I'm used to is you show up for the tournament and there's a free play area, but the free play area is for actually the on-demand events is how this used to work. And you never really had free play area to just kind of sit and hang out with people. Doing that was what you did when you were walking around for the most part, when you were up checking what your matches were and things like that. There was so much more free play space than I was expecting.
Yeah.
You walk into that events hall and immediately to the right, whole bunch of free play space. There's people doing Popper EDH, and there was another EDH format that was you pick a an uncommon creature, and an artifact, and those are your commanders. But like there was a bunch of free play space over there. Then there's like the Pro Tour stuff going on in the corner where everyone's silent and super serious. And then on the left,
Golf clubs.
yeah, when you're going to the left, before you even get to ticketed play, there's like a whole bunch of other open tables. Like some of them look like they were on-demand events, but behind that there's a big sign that says free play. I never even walked over there.
Oh, see, that's when we did it different because you guys were both signed up for multiple events. I only signed up for the one event, and even though like I could do it at the same time, I today spent most of my time in the free play. And you're right, it was a huge area.
Yeah, I would have to say for me, because I did Magic Con last year, it definitely was more. That's probably the best way I can explain it. It was just more. Because last year, it was in the South Hall, so it was a really long just hall, and this second floor up top. And while they did have quite a few things, quite a few play areas, there was a whole ticket area. The ticket area this time was even bigger. The two free play areas, which there was only one free play area last time. There was a command zone area where people could get matched up in games by judges and whatnot, but for the most part, that area I think was relatively the same size. But it was just more of everything. Like it was
You
crazy.
said this year was
Yes,
more.
this year was more of everything, especially on the displays and things like that, which we'll get into that part later. But my overall, compared to last year, which was my first year, it was just more. And I mean, I was good with that.
Last year, was there like not enough space? Because I've heard from other people, not from last year, but from other ones when I was more in the LGS community around me, that when they went to Command Fest was when they started doing this kind of stuff, that there was never enough tables. Like people would be outside the venue playing Commander games on like picnic tables or on like benches and stuff that they could find.
That's crazy.
No, last year there was enough space. You could, I mean, it was definitely like it was getting close to that number, but I never felt like I couldn't just go sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
So if I wanted, if I was with two other people like I am with you guys this time, I don't think we would have had a problem finding a space last time either.
Okay.
So it was just even more so room this time, which was great.
Yeah, because I was surprised today playing. Because yesterday, when we were just like sitting down building decks and stuff, there's empty tables everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
But this time, like when I was looking for matches in leagues, there were always people that were like maybe 2 seats, 3 seats away from me. So you didn't even have to stand up and walk around. You could just like look to the right, look to the left, and be like, "Oh, do you guys want to get another match in?" Like I was expecting from yesterday that there would be tables where it'd be like me and my opponent are the only people at that table, and when we're done playing, I have to pack everything up and move to another table to find people.
Yeah.
But no, even though it's huge, so much space, people filled it.
Yeah. Which was great. Which I think is a good way to, kind of segue into our next topic, which was what we did.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, like what outside of the gameplay area did you guys see?
And that's a great point because that's something I probably should have said. Is one of the other things I thought going into it, like I knew there was going to be like shows we could watch, like
Game night.
Game nights live. that was kind of like on our loose itinerary. But like I thought there would just be that. When I saw the tab room with all this stuff to do, or the cat room, the mini golf, like
Oh my god, the cat room.
yeah. If you're like me, like I cannot play Magic just like for hours and hours and hours back to back to back. I could play quite a few, but like having those areas to still have like the feel of Magic or the world, and it, like you not just sitting there playing game after game was very important because I would get burned down. I feel like there's a lot of people that would, and they were all really cool. Like I'm even allergic to cats, but I was standing on the outside looking in.
Yeah, evidently that was actually, I found out later, it was because of a tease for the next secret layer drop. The next secret layer, it's a cat themed one or whatever. So
Yeah.
I think that was the whole promotion for that. But otherwise, I think it was cool. It was interesting. A lot of people were able to go in there, sit, and people use animals as de-stress. So with a lot of people around.
Magic can be stressful.
Yeah. I really thought the tavern was cool. I actually thought the college area where you can do all the solve all the stuff to get pins for the colleges. I thought that was cool, and I can't wait to actually go try that tomorrow. Like actually get a chance because it looked really cool. There was just people just sitting there in groups trying to figure out this stuff. And then you have one set. Once you figure out that, then you still have to go do the final exam. So, and I don't think they made it impossible, but they did make it difficult. Like you're not supposed to just get it.
Yeah, that way you feel like you earned what you got.
Yeah.
Not just getting it.
And all the puzzles are different per school. Like they're all different. So you're not gonna do just one and be like, I was like, oh, you got to say what is it? Nope, they are all drastically different.
So I can't act like it's like real school and just have you figured out and then
No,
slide me the answers.
No. We're gonna have to. We'll have to work. We'll have to work together. Probably pick the same college to all work on, just one area. But I thought that was dope. The creator area was bigger this year. Last year it was just like 4 slots and then just like 3 sets of tables. This time it was like, I think it was like 6 set of tables and then another 4 set of tables over here. It was a lot more in the creator space this time. Much more spots for meetups. That seemed really cool. One day, hopefully, I'll go get up there if you guys help me. But that was really cool. And then we didn't get to do the arcade area with the mini golf. They had a freaking mini golf, a whole mini golf course. It was at like 4 holes. It was crazy, and it actually all looked decorated out in different planes.
It was pimped out. They had LEDs. They had it.
Yeah, one was Kamigawa, one was Dominaria, one was, I don't remember the other 2 planes. I didn't look very hard. I'll probably show some footage over this, but it looked cool and fun, and then like you mentioned, the tavern was dope.
Dude, the tavern, besides playing the games, the tavern was my favorite part, and not just because I like to drink beer, but because it was very welcoming, like everything, but like it had so many cool things. It wasn't just a place to go get drinks. Like you could sign up and do 1-shots of D&D, which I thought was really freaking cool. And standing while I was in line, just hearing the people that were there being the DMs, like I never even played a real campaign of D&D, but like I would get lost sometimes and people would have to tell me to move up because I'm waiting in line because I was so into their DMs that were doing. I was like, dude, that seems awesome. And they had all kind of other mini games in there. Like the tavern was probably my favorite part.
Yeah, you didn't really get a chance to explore much, did you?
No, because I am the kind of person who can just sit down and play Magic all fucking day. That's basically what I did today. I got there, I went to the ticketed play area, I did the college stuff, I did the 3 different things that I was in, and that's just where I sat the whole time. So maybe we should go into the events that we signed up for.
Sure. Since you did 1 event, I did 2, and you did 3. So how about you talk about the event you did?
Okay, well, I did the Commander Boxing League, which is the only one that all 3 of us did. And if you're newer to building decks, or feel like you're not as adequate at building decks, at first that is the one place where I did feel kind of intimidated, was like knowing that I don't build decks a lot, and like you could only build your Commander deck out of the play box, the play booster box that you get. So it took me longer than these guys, but it was a good learning experience, and I still had fun. I think I got in my own head too much about this deck being good when, like, it didn't even matter if you won, you just had to play the matches. And I played a color combo that I've never done before because you have to do it, like I said, off of the box that you have. And I feel like, one, I learned more about like trying to synergize, and it was just fun. I think that's my biggest takeaway from this whole thing is like, go to MagicCon if you like Magic and if you just like to hang out. Like, don't think you have to be great. Don't think that like anybody's gonna care, or that like there's expectations you have to meet. You know, it's not like my dad getting mad at me for getting a deer after glass.
Yeah, how'd your deck turn out, by the way? I only played the one game that we played with it.
So I didn't win any. I came close on a couple, but it wasn't bad. People would get lucky, which happens.
Yeah.
People definitely have better decks at some points, but I was never, except for one, I was never not in a game. Like, I had a chance at winning all of them. There was only one time, and I didn't. It happens all the time. I just didn't get mana.
How many games did you play with it?
5.
Nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
And which was funny because at first I had a little bit different experience than you. At first, it did take me a while to find that match.
Yeah.
But like I said, I also kind of left for a little bit, and then, but once I did, then I did have that same. I went from match to match to match.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
So
Yeah, no, I was pretty proud when I got up for my matches and I think I walked go to the bathroom or something, and I saw that you and David were like on the opposite end of this long table. So like, it wasn't like you both sat down to play a game and then you kind of broke into different pods. Like, I could tell you went and found your own game somewhere.
Oh yeah.
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 I kind of did the same thing because I did we all did the Commander Boxing League. I ended up making a deck that did not really want to do much. I made a Witherbloom deck, black the Lounging Pest, I think it is. Just basically make a bunch of pests, give them a bunch of counters, and swing. Like, that was kind of the whole point of the deck, and it didn't do that at all. But I was able to I ran up to a group of guys. It's funny, literally, the first guy went, played his land, the second guy went and played his land, and I was like, there was a space next to him, and I was like, wait, do you guys need a fourth? And they were like, yeah, sure, come on. So I sat down, pulled my stuff out, and they were like, the last guy was like, man, now I really am last.
Okay, so you took
the third spot.
But that's exactly my point, though. Like, it's like how inviting everybody was.
Yeah, and even one of the guys I was playing with was actually one of the Black Lotus VIP ones. So he had like I think a $1,200 ticket to MagicCon, which
He gave you all those things?
yes, he gave me all these things. Yes, I like it.
What did you have to do for all those things?
No, but that was really cool. The other one I did was the Mage Tower, which basically you picked. You had to pay, and you picked one of the schools, and you got some items, and you had to play against other people, similar to Commander Boxing League, but it was more of a draft format. You know?
Because you got the pre-release kit for the college you chose.
Yeah.
And then you got the theme booster from the last Strixhaven.
Yes.
School of Mages for that school. And
A collector booster, and that was it.
That was it?
Yep, that was it.
And then you got the pin for the college.
Oh yeah, the pin and the scarf.
And the scarf.
Yeah.
Don't forget the scarf.
Yeah, can't forget the scarf.
Some good drip.
I don't have it on, but yeah.
It was kind of cold in there today. It was
Right?
keeping me warm.
Okay.
that worked.
I'm glad you said that because I was gonna say that when we were there. Like, I'm always hot. I'm always hot. But today there was a couple times I was like, "Ooh, man."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was wrapping that scarf around me like,
Yeah.
Thank goodness I have this thing.
Yeah, no, that thing. I saw some people complaining like, "Oh, my neck is chilly." It's like mine isn't.
Well, maybe more people should put on deodorant and they won't keep it so cold.
Yeah, very true. Sponsored by deodorant. Wear it. No, just kidding.
Please.
So-
not kidding.
How did your deck end up on that one?
Oh,
Like,
my.
what college were you?
So I did. What did I build? I build Quandrix. I built Quandrix, which is Simic. And yeah, I lost every single game I played. It did not perform at all. I think it was also the problem. I built it last night when we were all tired because all of us had barely any sleep coming over here, and so I didn't really put as much thought into it as I should have. Like, I should have taken my time as if I was like at a pre-release, because I could make pretty decent pre-release decks, but for some reason I just did not put that level of thought into it. I played my 6 games, got wrecked it wasn't even close. Any game, I don't think I hit.
Oh, because that format was also not. That was 1-on-1.
Yeah, that was 1-on-1, and I don't think I did more than 8 damage the whole time.
Did you go back and like try to change it at all, or did you
No,
just stick
I
it
just,
out?
I was like, all right, next, next, let's do this. Come on, let's get this over with. I was like, no.
Is it because you were like that disappointed in the deck
Yes,
that you built? You're
very
like,
much
I don't
so.
think this can be fixed.
Also, and I left all the cards here, so it didn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. I was so focused on having my other commander decks with me, I didn't bring the box with the other cards, so I couldn't change anything anyway. So, whatever.
Like when you got in trouble as a little kid, and just here, take this whooping.
Man, you are really relating a lot of this back to childhood trauma. Okay? You need to have another. Yeah, you mentioned your dad with D's and F's. Now you like, gee, got some refreshed stuff going on there, huh?
Hey, tune in next time.
How'd your commander games actually go? You did mention like how you got into the game, who you played.
Okay, yo, so
like, what was your commander deck that you made?
I made I did make Witherbloom, and like I said, it was black, and that one actually worked because I played early. There's a one green and an X 6/6 that comes out and gets stun counters if you didn't put enough mana into it. I dropped that thing on turn 2, let it go for 2 more turns, and then that thing was a threat for the rest of the game. Like, I was just throwing that thing, and I did it evenly. I literally went around to each person like, all right, you know what's coming. Like, every turn, I would bump it up, I would make it more scary, and then eventually I got one black card, black creature that said, every time I target a creature with a spell, I get to bring a creature back from my grave to the battlefield. And then I did that, targeted a creature to buff it, brought back a card that was automatically prepared. So I spent 1 mana to crack the prepared, which was another target, +1, gain life. That means I got another one back. Like, I brought back like 3 creatures in that one turn. Like, it was nuts. Basically, at the end of it, I king made. Like, I decided who won the game. I was either going to kill this guy or I was going to kill this guy.
But
so
I wasn't going to win.
Yeah, no, I unfortunately, they had it set up. They were both very similar decks. They had that one Opus that every time they played a spell, it did 1 damage to everybody. And the other guy had, every time you play a spell, you target player mills 3. The second I played that 6-drop, I was the focus of that every single time.
Yeah.
I had 9 cards left in my deck at the end of that game. So he was milling the hell out of me. But you did the last of it, right?
Yeah, but how many games did you play?
Oh, with that deck, I think I only played a total of 3.
Yeah. Did you win any of them?
No.
No.
Got close though. Like I said, I like that deck.
Yeah.
And I might combine that with the precon, with the Witherbloom precon, and figure out how to make those click a little better. Because I did like the deck. It's just, I didn't pull enough pest for it to really work as intended. I made it work, but I didn't pull enough pest to make it do what it was trying to do. So, plus, I mean, you mentioned it too, when we were building, it was hard because, yeah, you had your core cards of what you wanted to do, but then you realized that wasn't enough cards for the deck.
Yeah, that's my big complaint about the Commander Boxing League, is that a 100-card deck is too many cards.
Yeah.
Like, it should have been a 60-card deck, an 80-card deck at the most.
Yeah.
Because
I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Yeah.
I had to put cards in my deck that I knew had nothing to do with what I was trying to make the deck.
It's not even like a small amount. Like sometimes
no.
when you're playing limited, like you're trying to make a 40-card deck, so you're trying to get like 23 cards, and you're at like 20, and you're like, I guess I'll put 3 cards I'm not really happy with in there. But no, it's like we're trying to get, what's the number we're trying to get to? Like 60 something?
Yeah, 63.
63
64 cards, yeah.
And you're at like 40 that you're happy with. And you're like, well, I guess I have to put 25 other cards in there that are not helpful at all.
I couldn't even get that. I had 38 lands. It was also like, at least the land's going to help me versus this card that's not going to do anything for what I want.
Yeah, that was a struggle. And, I mean, that could be part of it, you know, but having such less optimized decks, I mean... talk about your game.
Yeah, so for the Commander Boxing League, I was trying to come up with a way to get value in the deck. And by value, I mean being able to draw more cards. Because they're obviously underpowered decks.
Yes.
So I don't want to just play out a whole bunch of stuff and be top decking. I want to find a way
Which
to draw
happened a lot.
cards.
A lot of games other than
Oh, yeah.
there was always at least one
It's
for you.
totally normal in limited formats.
Yeah.
That just happens naturally. So I opened Azusa,
Yeah.
something like that. The red-white legendary creature that
Yep.
when you play instant or sorcery, you can tap 3 creatures to copy it.
Yeah.
So
It'll
I was
be on
like,
the screen.
Yeah, I was like, if I put that in, that's pretty cheap. I can get it out early. If I have a couple other creatures, then I can copy any card draw spell that I have. So I'm doubling the amount of card draw that I have.
Yeah.
And incidentally, I'm also doubling the removal that I have. And for the game that I played with you guys, worked real freaking well.
Oh yeah, it worked out.
I was like
Yeah.
constantly
Yeah.
discarding the hand size at the end of the turn. I was killing everyone's creatures.
Yep.
I didn't have like a super powerful board, but I was in control like the whole
Yeah.
time. The game that I played, because I only played 2 games, the game that I played at the event lasted, I think, 3 hours.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What?
Because, and one of the things, like my deck kind of did what it wanted, but I never drew anything that said draw a card on it. Not a single card. So I'm sitting mostly hellbent the whole time. Nothing in my hand. Have 3 creatures out. And the only thing that I'm contributing is when I pull a kill spell, I'm killing 2 things. Or when I pull a spell that is like do 2 damage to all of opponent's creatures,
Yeah.
I'm wiping the board. So we just sat there in like a stalemate, killing each other's creatures and doing like 2 damage and 2 damage and 2 damage forever. Like I drew through naturally with like no card draw, probably about half of my deck.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, and it was like a miserable kind of game. Like it's not the kind. I think my plan for tomorrow when I'm playing the game is not to think strategic at all. I have the creatures out. I'm either tapping them to copy a spell or I'm attacking, regardless of whether the blocks are good or not. Just get this game over with.
no.
Move this game forward somehow. Trade creatures. Get killed. I don't care. Game has to end.
Yeah, 3-hour game, even at MagicCon, that's a lot.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not just my deck. It was everyone else's deck. Is like half of their deck is doing the thing that the deck wants to do, and the other half is just random cards that are in the right colors.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I also did the Mage Tower, the school college one, and I was Prismari.
Yeah.
And that deck cooks. I think I might have lost 1 game with that deck.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like I was, like everything just works out well. It's got good, yeah. Because red has this nice like low end removal. I forget what the spell is, but it's like 1 in a red to do 2 damage to target creature.
But you can kick it.
No, this isn't the kicker one. This is so early in the game. I'm killing their early creatures. It goes to the graveyard. It has flashback for 4 in a red.
Yeah.
Which is enough for me to kill a little guy later, but also to trigger the like big opus.
Oh.
So
okay.
I have a creature in there that is the Expressive Fire Dancer. I think I had a couple copies of it. Decide 2/2 for 2 with opus. Opus gives it +1/+1 if you cast a spell, but if you cast a big spell, it gives it double strike. So yeah, I'm clearing the board for this little 3/3 that's just attacking, and then in the later turns, I'm clearing the board for a 3/3 double striker who's attacking.
Yep, and with only 20 life, that doesn't take much.
Yeah. Yeah, and there were a couple other like little opus creatures that were pretty good, but I was always able to control the board long enough that even if I couldn't kill them with combat damage, I happened to open Mathemagics.
Oh, yes.
So I think,
Mathematics.
yeah, I think half of my games
What
were...
is Mathemagics?
So Mathemagics is XX blue. Target player draws 2 to the X cards. So...
Literal math.
Yeah. The way it works out is if you have, in a limited format where the deck is 40 cards, if you have 12 mana, you can force them to draw 36 cards.
And
Oh.
that's game.
No, 32 cards, I think. It's a square.
Yes.
I play Magic to relax,
So-
not to do math.
Well, you don't have to do the math. I just play it and I tell you have to draw 32 cards.
And this is the difference between...
Yeah, how many cards are in your deck? Have you drawn more than 2 cards this game? Because including your opening hand, now you're done.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think I won 3 games with Math and Magics. Other ones I just had big creatures that were just attacking well, while playing big spells that were doing useful things. So that one worked out really well. The last one that I was in was Veggies Pin Trader Sealed League, whatever that one was called, which was very interesting to me because it is a sealed pool. The sealed pool isn't like 6 normal decks. I think it was or 6 normal packs. I think it was 4 play packs and 2 collector packs.
Okay.
And then you get some pins that are on my bag, and trading is allowed within your pool. So how this worked out is everyone built their decks, and I ended up with a Silver Quill deck that I wasn't really happy with. I had a good high end for it. I have what are they? I have the sorcery that is 7 mana. It's 3, 2 white, 2 black to choose 4 of either destroying target creatures or returning your creatures from your graveyard to play. And I think I have the Owl that has the repartee where if you target something with an instant or sorcery, your whole board gets +1/+1s.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh god, that bird is so good.
I have these really good top end kind of cards, the rares and the bombs of the set, and I had almost no support in commons and uncommons. I had very few uncommons that were good. I had maybe a couple common playables, so my first deck that I built with it, not good at all. Because Silver Quill is very aggressive. You gotta play your 1-drop and your 2-drop and be attacking, and those 1 and 2 drops get bigger. But I didn't have the 1 and 2 drop to get bigger. But because trading is allowed, I played my first deck against someone who was playing Prismari, I think. And at the end of it, he's like, hey, I have these Silver Quill cards that I'm not using. Do you have stuff you want to trade? And I did, because I'm not playing the Prismari cards in that deck. So we traded some cards. My deck got a little better. The next game, I think I might have won the next game, but it was a very close game. And the same thing. At the end, we see that we're in different colleges, and we trade cards. My deck got a little bit better.
So in that situation, when you're trading these cards, are you thinking just about the event and not because a lot of times when you trade card, you're trying oh, am I getting the value?
No, didn't look up a single price on anything. I played this the way I used to play Magic when I was a kid. I have a deck that I made. And here's my friend that I'm playing against. I have some cards his deck would like. Yeah. He has some cards my deck would like. It was very nostalgic to me. I love that event. That's my favorite event of this. Nice. If they do that again at the next Magic Con, I will be signing up for that immediately.
That's exactly why I asked them, because unlike you guys, I hardly ever trade cards or even notice the value I have. There's been times where in regular just playing Magic, I'll play with a card that I just happen to get from some pack or this or that. And so I'm oh my god, you're I'm not the type of person that looks up prices or this or that. And so that's one thing that I think is very cool, that I just want to make my decks play. I don't really think about the value of cards, unless obviously you're gonna pull something you're oh, that's got to be worth something. But
I'm pretty sure I even traded one of the Japanese collector ones of something that it was just a card that I wasn't going to use. Mm-hmm. And someone offered me 2 cards that were good for my deck. I was like, yes, absolutely, take this thing.
That's good. Okay, so props to the Pin Trading League. Veggie, you did good. Congratulations.
Oh, we also had a fun moment where Veggie staged a video opening page, whatever the card is that he's looking to build a deck out of. And he had everyone come around. We all cheered really loud for it. I'm sure I'm in that video.
So you go ahead and start recording. Mm-hmm. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
pretty close to the camera where they were filming it. The video went on way longer than I was expecting, so if you see me like be silent and dead face, it's because I didn't think I was on camera anymore. And then everyone cheered again. Oh, we're on camera, yeah! But happened in the middle of the floor, so people are playing games around us, and everyone's asking like, "What happened? Who opened something big?"
Yeah, I was right there, and I'm watching Veggie. I'm one table away, and I'm just watching Veggie raise his card in the air. I can't even see what it is from the back. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
I do remember that. I thought so.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was. I don't know. I don't know who Veggie is. I just saw somebody holding my card, and I was like, "Oh, he must have pulled something great."
No, so
Nope.
no,
He's just building some kind of goofy deck that I'm gonna see tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's awesome. All right, the other thing I wanted to talk about was me and RJ went and checked out Game Nights Live.
Yes, and that was, to me, incredible. I'm a very big, I'm a sports guy. I'm very much half nerd, half jock. And the only thing I can compare it to was a sporting event. Like, I literally was just in the stands having little boomsticks that I was so excited about. I popped one of my boomsticks by because I just got so excited and slapping them together. And that's what it felt like. It just felt like I was sitting there with my best friend, hanging out, and then we were watching an event, which is exactly what you do when I go to my baseball games or when I go to NFL games. Like, that's the best part. Like, you're hanging out with like people that are close to you and that you're friends with, but yet you're both just really into what's going on and you're talking about what's going on. Like, it was a great presentation that they did. First of all, like their entrances and everything. Like, their entrances. Just, I know it's not a real sport, but the WWE. That's what their entrances reminded me of.
I might have to mute that part where you said WWE is not a real sport, man. You're gonna get some people.
I love the WWE. They are real athletes.
Yeah.
And it is a real physical thing, but it's also dramatized. Is
Okay.
what I meant.
Okay, that's what you are. Okay.
Wrestlers.
Good. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. Him.
No, I love the WWE.
Just kidding.
Okay, Stone Cold Steve Austin, why do you think I drink so much beer?
The comment section right now is up on the top rope. Get ready.
I'm about to drop the pin.
You want it?
No, because they can't see me. I like wrestling, and that's when I made that comparison. I meant it in a good way. Like, it was incredible. It was exciting. It was fun. It wasn't just like.
Did you ever think you would be cheering, watching people play Magic the Gathering?
No, you know my whole backstory. I used to be in the Army, and I got excited one night in Colorado. I was in 4th Infantry Division, and I hadn't made any friends yet. And I've always loved playing like poker. And one night, I see like guys in the common area of the barracks, and I see them throwing down cards. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is my chance to make friends. I run in my room and grab a pack of beer because I'm thinking they're playing, Texas Hold'em. And they were playing Magic. And I was like, oh, you fucking losers.
And look at you now!
And I went back. And then, so to answer your question, I fast forwarded from that moment in my life to being at MagicCon, watching other people play Magic and being super enthused and excited. And like, it was great.
And what's even better is you were able to keep track of what's going on because you now know enough about Magic.
Oh, yeah.
And that almost nothing had to be explained, like, at all. Like,
no, matter of fact, I had to leave to use the bathroom, and I was like, I came back and immediately I heard a cool play go.
oh yeah, when he got 2 swords.
Yeah, Swords of Plowshare. And I was like, I really had to go. Please, I had to run, and then I come back, and the first thing I did was like, okay, what happened when he played this? Like, did it go through?
Yeah.
Did it get?
Which is crazy, We didn't stick around for the whole thing because we had other things we wanted to go do.
Yes.
So we didn't stick around for the whole. So we didn't even see the end. So we're gonna have to actually watch it when it airs again and to see how it actually ended. But just honestly, because I saw last year's too. I went to last year's as well, and it was just as big a spectacle as last time. Heck, even more so because they actually added a 5th person to the game. Because Gavin came in and joined the game, and he came out like wrestling. He came out like a surprise wrestler coming out with music out of nowhere, and everybody's like, "What's going on? What's going on?"
Like I said, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's what it reminded me of.
Yes.
And when you hear that crash, and the glass breaking. That's exactly what it reminded me of when he came out.
And it was very good. And what's actually, you're probably gonna see RJ's face a lot in that live video, especially if they show the entrances. Because when they come up and they do their like big like show and all their medicine, he's right there, and he's just like, yeah.
Oh, like I said, I'm not trying to my friend, but I definitely had to be one of the loudest people in that crowd.
Yeah, oh no, you were the loudest person in that thing. Okay, we're telling people when they make mistakes, go back to school.
Oh no, well, because she was making a big deal about her side being the smartest school. So whenever she'd make a mathematical mistake, I would just have to yell it.
But overall, that was a cool experience. I mean, it always is. They were throwing out product. They actually did that a little different this year. They threw out a lot more product last year. So, but they threw out playmats. The guy that was sitting next to us got it. Hell, the guy in front of me got to go up on stage. Oh, yeah. Jimmy came right there. And I was like, Jimmy, let me go up, Jimmy. And he got the guy right in front of me. That is the second year in a row the person sitting right in front of me got up there. Get me up there, Jimmy. Damn it. But no, overall, that was really cool. And I'm glad we got to watch that.
Yeah.
I will watch that every year.
No, honestly, it was one of my favorite things about this. I mean, I know it's out tomorrow, but so far these first 2 days, it was probably one of. It is my favorite part of this MagicCon so far.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess before we wrap it up, then, what are you guys' plans for tomorrow? Like, I know you've finished and turned in all your events.
Yes,
stuff, right?
So all my event stuff is turned in. I got all my prizes already, and I already did my prize sticks, which I think I got screwed out of 1,000 points. So that was like 2 more play boosters I could have got, but whatever.
Math.
But tomorrow, I kind of just want to get some pictures with other creators. So I'll probably do Creator Central first thing, and then after that, just fucking chill and play. Just play regular Commander games.
Yeah, just read regular decks.
Yeah, I mean, I'll ask somebody if they want to play something like crazy, and I might play my made deck from the Commander Boxing League one more time.
Yeah,
just to have some fun with it, and then I'll probably bring out some higher power stuff. So yeah, I just want to chill and play some games before we head out tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta finish So I finished all the matches for the Mage Tower.
Okay.
I have most of the games finished for the pin trading, the Veggies League. But there's actually like a meetup where Veggie's going to be playing whatever his deck is. So I'm going to go see that and finish those games. And I'll also need to finish the 4 more games that hopefully won't take 3 hours each for my commander. Like, maybe after this tonight, I might throw something else together for it and see if a different deck works better, but I don't think I'll
run
do
it.
that. Yeah. What about you?
I do still have, I think, 1 more game of the Commander Boxing League left, and after I do that and turn in my ticks, I don't know if I'm gonna. I'll probably play a couple games tomorrow, but I'm a little magicked out. I wouldn't say magicked out. But there is a lot of stuff outside of Magic that I went and walked around and saw, but I didn't do it. I really want to play that mini golf course, so I'm probably going to do that tomorrow for sure. And I will spend more because I mean it's separated. You have your whole that whole Magic playing room. I don't know what you call it, massive, and then everything else it's all the same building, but in a different part of the building. So I actually plan to spend most of my time tomorrow in that part of it, and kind of relaxing and enjoying that before we have to drive back to California.
Yeah. Go check out the tavern again.
I'm definitely check out the tavern again.
Yeah, I also want to go through wherever the artists are. I didn't even see.
Dude, by the way, we didn't bring that up. There is some great art there. I literally stopped one guy because he was carrying something, and it was just one of the coolest Magic pieces of art I've ever seen. Like, I can't even explain what it looked maybe like a worm, but the worm was evil and it was incredible.
True. I actually didn't go to the artist area at all this year. I usually don't, but now that you reminded me, I might go because I want to pick up some tokens. I want to pick up some.
Oh, those vampire! If you're a vampire player, and that's me, there's some amazing tokens that I was trying to convince myself not to spend more money, but I think I'm going to spend more money
Yeah.
They are so cool.
Yeah, so definitely gonna do that. Oh, and I did say I was gonna go do that college thing because I want to get one of those pins because those pins look badass. I've never said a pin looks badass until I saw these fucking pins. They look great, and I want them. Okay, it looks like something you wear on a school uniform or something like that. I don't know.
That's cool.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was not a cool description. It looks like something I'd wear to school.
Okay, okay, hold on.
It makes me feel like I'm wearing
Hold
a
on.
little skirt.
I meant, you know, when you're watching the show and those schools look good, or maybe Hogwarts, you know. Anyway, so that's I'm digging myself a hole here. So, but yeah, no, that's all. Thank you guys for taking the chance to watch this. Appreciate it. We'll probably try and do this again if this works. So, once again, this was RJ, Boy Pelham, and David, aka That One Guy. Peace.
Keep that in. That's a good outro. Oh, jeez. Old guy.